Welcome to Syria. Abdullah cries out Allahu Akbar seconds before government thugs pour tar down his throat. Like a straitjacket coat, her arms are bound as a gang of soldiers pin her to the ground. She feels the pressure of cocked guns pressed against her head as cocked guns are forced between her legs. Soldiers being fed Viagra to carry out their government's orders. You see, in Syria, torture and rape are being used as weapons of war. And yet China and Russia continue insisting that we should ignore these crimes against humanity. But that's nothing new. They're just simply valuing their money over other people's lives. Now close your eyes and visualize that the world has gone completely dark. Except for those fireflies lighting up the skies in the form of bullets that fly by. Tears cloud your eyes, pain brings you to your knees. You scream out, Ya Allah, please! Because you see, crossing the street is a matter of life or death in Syria, heightened by the hysteria that across the street is the food you need to eat, and should you grow so bold as to step out of your home, snipers lie in wait to demonstrate how artistic they can be, painting nightmare scenes with your brains on the concrete. But click, I changed the channel. You failed to entertain me. You gotta compete with my apathy, but our sense of safety is so misleading. I mean, honestly, I don't even feel safe anymore reciting my poetry. What with the way political rhetoric today has been targeting me, I mean, last year I was agnostic, so they called me an activist. But now I'm a Muslim, so they're calling me a terrorist. It is a strange and twisted phenomenon. Our nation has a fascination and obsession with torture and death. Can someone please explain to me, how has the movie Saw become a blockbuster hit 7 times, and what's worse is we wait in lines to pay them money to watch people get bloodied? So now when we're hearing real life accounts of torture and war, we're having flashbacks back to dark rooms with popcorn in our lap and soda in our hand rather than taking a stand. So while we're updating our Facebook status and going to soccer practice, the streets of Syria run with blood. My thoughts are like a flood when I get to thinking, and I got to thinking and I found a solution. So in a letter, I wrote my conclusion, and it may not resurrect the dead, but I'll read you what it said. I wrote, Salam alaikum, my dear brothers and sisters in Syria. Maybe if your wounds bled oil, the world would intervene. But until then, you're on your own, it seems. Regretfully signed by me. You see, I fear without a monetary incentive, there will be no intervening in Syria's bleeding. But remember, in times of conflict, being a bystander means you stand by the oppressor, not with the oppressed.